Good morning, everybody. I would like to reiterate our appreciation for being here in this colloquium and all the organizers and all the efforts that have been exerted to make this meeting a reality. I'm going to talk about the outputs of the key Codex committees, the 28th session of the Codex Committee on Fats and Oils. Of course, we have discussed the items before the session through the Arab Codex pre-meeting. In this presentation, I'm going to deliver a background and the priority agenda items, in addition to the highlights of discussions and the key recommendations and the summary and future work. So the 28th session of the Codex Committee on Fats and Oils was conducted in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, from 19 to 23 of February 2024. The overall number of participants were 37 members. 7 Arab countries participated, including Egypt, Iraq, Jordan, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, Syria, and Tunisia. The meeting was attended by 1 observer and 12 non-governmental organizations. This is the agenda items that was discussed during the 28th session. We discussed the agenda item number 2 and number 3 and 4.4 and item 5 and the pertaining items. As for the agenda item number 2, this matters, we discussed the matters referred by the Codex Alimentarius Commission and its subsidiary bodies. During the meeting, we reviewed the standards and guidelines. The committee discussed the need for updating various standards and guidelines based on feedback from Codex Alimentarius Commission and its subsidiary bodies. And this included considering new scientific evidence and technological advancements. And during the meeting, we discussed the coordination with other committees, and an emphasis was placed on coordinating with the other Codex committees to ensure consistency. And among the highlights of the discussions, we discussed the agenda item number 2, the harmonization of international standards. Discussion highlighted the importance of harmonizing international standards to facilitate global trade and protect consumer health. The committee also reviewed recommendations to ensure that Codex standards are in line with the international endorsed standards, and the technical amendment. We discussed the technical amendments and updates and and to enhance the specifications. In this item, we discussed the positions and comments presented by the Arab countries and to stress the importance of its conformity with the trade, with the commercial standards and health and trade standards. On agenda item number 3, we discussed the consideration of the recommendations of the reports of the 90th and 91st meeting of the joint WHO expert and committee or food activities. The committee considered the recommendations of the reports from the 90th and 91st meeting. The amendments were endorsed regarding the provisions of labeling the retail commodities, and also to amend some standards related to food additives. And the committee reviewed the recommendations recommendations of the previous reports resulted from meeting 90 and 91 of the joint meeting of the FAO and WHO Expert Committee on Food and on food additives. The recommendations were to propose a new standards for the and a proposal to amend the Codex Alimentarius to limit the usage of food additives and and this was conducted in participation with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. As per item 4.4 of the agenda, the committee proposed a draft amendment and revision to the standard for named vegetable oils and the inclusion of high oleic acid soybean oil.
Egypt and the KSA actively participated in these discussions, and they emphasized the importance of aligning these standards with regional agricultural practices and trade requirements. They have also supported health benefits and technological advantages of high oleic acid soybean oil, which align with the international standards. Among the most important committee recommendations was the adoption of one of the amendments to include high oleic acid soybean oil in the standards of named vegetables, in addition to detailed specifications for fatty acid compositions and other quality parameters, in addition to suggesting continuous data collection and studies to monitor implementation effects on trade and international health. As per the agenda item number 5, which is the proposed draft revision of the standard for olive oils and olive pomace oils, revision of section 3, 8, and appendix, we focused on emphasis on updating these standards to reflect the advancement in olive oil production, in addition to debates around proposed revisions to sections 3, 8, and the appendix. Regarding the positions and comments of Arab countries, the Arab countries expressed that their support of the revisions that would enhance the quality and authenticity of olive oils, particularly in labeling to prevent misrepresentation. Some Arab nations emphasized the importance of preserving traditional methods of olive oil production while integrating modern technologies. There were 3 CRDs presented by several countries. As per the committee's recommendation, the committee recommended adopting revisions to sections 3, 8, and the appendix to align with the industry best practices and to address the emerging challenges in olive oil production and trade. It also included presenting a clear definition of these standards. As per the agenda item number 6, the proposed draft amendment or revision of the standard for fish oils, the highlights of the discussion was to focus on the proposed inclusion of calanus oil into the standard and considering the unique properties and composition of this oil compared to others. In addition to debating the adequacy of existing standards to accommodate this novel oil source and its potential impact on labeling and quality assurance. As per the committee recommendations, the committee conducted further research and risk assessment on calanus oil to evaluate its safety, nutritional profile, and potential impacts on existing standards, in addition to establishing specific criteria for including it into the standards and developing guidelines for labeling and quality assurance protocols tailored to the calanus oil. Regarding item 8.1 of the agenda, the highlights of the discussions were on the procedures, potential procedures that could be taken by the Committee of Foods, Fats and Oils on how to labeling these food products, in addition to looking into voluntary initiatives and general health or public health strategies aiming to limit hydrogenated oils and amino acids and enhancing food with fruitful or beneficial fats. The discussions also discuss different challenges related to these main topics. The positions and comments presented by the Arab countries advocated focusing on concentrating on beneficial oils and limiting the use of hydrogenated oils and focusing on the food safety. Among the committee recommendation was conducting a comprehensive review to limit the amino acid fats and to focus on setting directive or guidelines to enhance using healthy oils in the production of foods. Also, emphasis was placed on enhancing risk assessment methodologies and establishing clear criteria for food production. As per the agenda item 8.2, the discussions looked into the new proposed works and activities in addition to setting new specifications for the codex or amendments regarding fats and oils. There were also discussions relating to aligning the new work items and studying their feasibility when it comes to food safety. As per the recommendations of the committee, they focused on identifying the new work items related to food safety and conducting comprehensive risk assessments and reviews and to guarantee full inclusion and transparency. As per the summary, which the CAC 47 will look into, it will be the adoption of revisions to the standards, to consider adopting the revision to standards for olive oil so that this reflects advancements in the production and ensures the customer protection. Also, there will be a review of including calamus oils to ensure safety and quality considerations are met. In addition to reviewing the previous recommendations, in addition to the reduction of the TFAs and elimination of PHOs by exploring regulatory measures, industry collaborations, and public awareness campaigns to reduce trans fatty acids and eliminate partially hydrogenated oils, and to provide technical assistance and support to countries transitioning away from PHOs to healthier fat alternatives. And they will consider the new work items and they will give them priorities when it comes to fats and oils that address emerging issues, and to conduct a thorough risk assessment, stakeholder consultations, and impact evaluations to improve decision making on new agenda items. Thank you very much.